There are times where we just need to click the restart button and start over. The universe isn't just out there, it's interacting with you. Claim your power by embracing the unknown. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, and I'm here to ignite your curiosity. Don't just listen, embrace it. Today I had an online meeting scheduled, and I don't know about you, but I have to go out and make sure that I can connect, that I can access everything that I need to. If I wait until the meeting is going to start, it never fails that something is going to go wrong. I went out an hour before the meeting was supposed to start, and I realized that I had deleted the Zoom on my desktop, which means that I had to download the application again. And I clicked on download, and it wasn't connecting to the internet. So I stopped that download, and then I went to my modem, and I unplugged it, and I plugged it back in. And I'm not kidding. It took 40 minutes for me to download the application. It didn't seem like my internet was responding very well, so I unplugged it again. And I couldn't connect. And it was just all of these things that were happening. I finally decided to restart my computer. I just needed to clear out all of the junk that was in there. And it's interesting how things show up happening in my life, and there's a mirror there for me. There's times where I know I carry stories about people, about situations, about circumstances in my life. And we have this story about one time when we approached this person, they responded in a specific way. And we carry that story year after year after year, and we don't ever clear it out. I was reminded today that we just need to clear out these old stories. We need to clear the memory. We need to clear the cache. We need to clear all of this. We do it on our devices. We delete things on our devices. We delete things on our computers that are slowing down the performance, that are slowing down our experience. But we fail to do it with our own emotions, with our own feelings, with our own stories, because we want to hold on to those. Because as much as we don't always like carrying those narratives, they present an identity, and we know how to react with a specific identity. But like my computer's slowing down because it wasn't running the most updated version. It was holding on to history that I no longer need, that I no longer want. And that is slowing down my performance on my computer. And it's ironic how that's the same thing that we experience in our own life. We get bogged down by this history that we just don't want to let go of. We get bogged down by all of these memories that really are slowing us down. And they don't make us feel good. They make us angry. And it was just interesting how in one moment of my life, I realized how many other areas I experience the same things. Imagine how free it feels to let go of the story. Imagine how free it feels to realize that you don't have to keep using all of that energy on that person. I'm not saying you have to let these people back into your life. I'm not saying that you have to let them into your space. There is a lot of our processing system that we use to keep all of that history alive in our conversations, in our memories? And why is it we don't want to let it go? Why is it that my feelings getting hurt when I was 8, why am I still drawn to relive that over and over again? And there's still things that I have to work through, especially when people have a different communication style than I do. There are times where I really have difficulties in providing actual details of things. Like, I just want the bullets. I want the highlights. I want the important nuggets of information. I don't need an hour-long story from you of telling me what happened. Just tell me the 4 things that happened. And there are times when I'm having a conversation with somebody that I have to recognize everyone is not going to communicate like me. I don't have to get upset. And why am I even upset? Like, what is really going on in me and through me and to me? I will say that this has kind of been the theme for me this year of cleaning out things in my life. The actual physical things, the emotional things, everything has been up for review. Because, like my computer, I could feel that I have been getting bogged down by things that I'm just tired of carrying around, of emotions. I'm just so tired of carrying around. And I'm not willing to continue to do that. I'm not willing to continue to spend so much time on keeping a difference or an argument or something that upset me from my past. I'm not going to keep those things in storage anymore. I'm not going to bring them out and share them to people. And I feel like some of us really do that. We have this box, and in it we have all of these stored memories of every time somebody did something to hurt us. And there's times where we open that box and we take each item out and we're like, remember when they did this, and remember when they did this, and yeah, I felt like this. I'm so over that. I'm so over spending time and focusing on things when somebody hurt me. I'm cleaning that out. I'm letting that go. I'm letting that story go. I've asked for the messages to become clear if there needs to be a message. I've asked for the awareness. I've asked to know what that piece of information actually is, to show me, to share with me. And if not, then help me let that go. I really don't want to fight with anybody. I don't want to argue about details, about semantics. I don't. And I know people who will just hold on to that and not let it go ever. And it even exhausts me, and it's not even my story. What's funny is I have been taking a lot of pictures of scenery and trees in the outdoors, and sometimes it's just easier to take a lot of photos and then go back and delete the ones that I don't like or that the lighting wasn't good. And so my phone has filled up on storage. And I keep getting this message that if something happens, all of my things are going to be lost, that they're not saved. And do I want to add more storage? The answer is no. I don't want to add more. I want to condense. I want to delete. I want to get rid of all of these things that don't matter. And that's just part of the journey here, is figuring out what can I let go of? What can I release? Because sometimes, you know what, we get so worried about throwing something away. But how many things, I can look around in this room right now and realize so many of these things I haven't used in years. But I like them in the room because the room is aesthetically balanced and pleasing. But do I need them? No. But I'm still working on some aspects. But the emotional stuff I'm really feeling in my body. I'm really feeling the sluggishness, the slowness. I want to be lighter and able to move and pivot and change and not get caught up in something that happened 45 years ago. I don't have the bandwidth, and I'm okay with that. And I just got a blaring reminder today that this is an ongoing, continuous process. This is never going to be something that's finished. I don't really need it. I don't want it. And it's time to let some things go. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.